Welcome to another Wise Maths and Science video. Here is a triangle ABC. Show that x can be written in the form d root e, where d and e are integers. So what we're going to do first and foremost is we're going to label this. This is the angle C, so this must be the length C. And this is the angle A, so therefore this must be the length A. So I'll put a little A next to this. So what we're going to do, we're going to link these together. So let's go back over here. We're going to use the sine rule, and we should get something like this. We're trying to link this angle over here with this length, and this length over here with this particular angle. So what we're going to do, let's set this up. Let's set this up over here. Should get something like this. So first and foremost, we're trying to work out what this is, so we're going to put the formula down. The formula should go something along this line. It should be C over sine C is equal to, we're looking at this, which is the length A over sine, and the angle, which is A, so that's going to be a capital A. And let's do a little substitution over here. So C at the moment, we know it's going to be x, and that's going to be linked to the sine 45 degrees, is equal to A, which is going to be 11 centimeters, and that's linked to sine 30. Now essentially over here we're trying to work out what x is, so if that is the case, we're going to make x a subject. So therefore if you make x a subject, you'll end up getting something like this. 11, the inverse of divide by sine 45 is multiply by sine 45 degrees, and then divided by sine 30, sine 30 degrees. Okay, and then finally let me save that. So therefore you end up with this, x is equal to 11 sine 45. Let's work out what sine 45. We can use the exact trigonometric values. Something you can either derive it from here, create this, or alternatively you can memorize them. So if I've got sine 45 and use this angle, opposite over hypotenuse is going to give me 1 over root 2. So let's multiply that by 1 over root 2. And that's all divided by sine 30. Sine 30, taking it from this particular angle, opposite over hypotenuse, which is 1 over 2. So let's write that down. Divided by 1 over 2. So therefore, x is equal to, let's tally up the numerator. 11 times 1 is 11. So that becomes 11 over root 2 divided by a half. Let's create a little margin over here. And so therefore x is equal to 11 over root 2. Now what we're going to do, we're going to keep the first fraction, we're going to change the divide into a times, and we're going to flip this, so you end up with getting 2 over 1. So now let's expand that out. Let's multiply through. 11 times 2 is 22, all over root 2, because root 2 times 1 is root 2. And now what we need to do, we need to rationalize this. Now to rationalize this, you need to multiply the numerator and denominator with a singular term by root 2, because root 2 over root 2 is the same as times by 1. So any term multiplied by 1 will be itself. So therefore we're not actually changing the value of x, we just rationalize it, so we remove the denominator from the set from the denominator. Okay, so thereafterwards we should end up getting x is equal to 22 times root 2, which is 22 lots of root 2. And then over here you end up getting root 2 times root 2, which is the same as root 4. But that could simply be written down as just 2. And then finally you could rearrange that and cancel this down and divide by 2 and divide by 2, and that will give you a final answer. X is equal to 11 lots of root 2, because that would become a 1 and that would become an 11 over there. Right, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do share, like, share and subscribe, as it gives me encouragement to make more videos. Thank you and goodbye.